You're ready to raise finance and you've done your homework to find a VC which is a good fit for your industry, geography, and social passions. So now, how do you pitch well? When telling your story, be focused on getting the why across. The biggest question on VCs' minds is why. Why did you start this business? Why is this the right team? And why is now the right time? Define your business in one sentence, as this will force you to be focused and compelling. The pitch deck is a key part of your overall pitch. I recommend sticking to about 12 slides, which would take 20 to 30 minutes to talk through, although remember there'll also be questions and conversation along the way. So what should be the structure of the pitch deck? I break it down into starting with a couple of slides showing the problem that you see within the industry or the world, and then your solution for the problem. The next couple of slides should show your business model by going through your product, your customer, and your pricing. This should be a simple and elegant summary. Use large fonts and diagrams to get your point across easily. But do expect lots of questions and be prepared with additional information in your back pocket. In the next couple of slides, show the market size and opportunity and your go-to-market strategy. The go-to-market plan shows who your target market is and also how you'll acquire customers and the cost of doing so. For example, will you use advertising on Google? Will you use social media, and if so, which platforms? Will there be any partnerships that drive sales or direct selling via your website? For investors, the key concern is CAC, customer acquisition cost, and this should obviously be less than the LTV or lifetime value of your client for the business model to be viable. The next two slides can focus on competitive landscape. Remember, there are always competitors for your product or service. You can highlight your competitive advantage and why you think you can overtake others in the space. A graph works really well here to show pictorially what your value proposition is versus your competitors. The next slide is for laying out the team, the employees, advisors, and prior investors. This should show their background, experience, and education, and ideally demonstrate to the VC why this is the right team and why you'll be able to execute on the vision that you've laid out. And then lay out the financial forecast. This is tricky as your financial model in your spreadsheet will be very detailed, but the slide for the investor needs to be high level and demonstrate simply that you have thought through the key financial components and are able to explain the key trends and assumption. And then bring it back to where you are today in terms of key milestones achieved in the business so far and any funds raised. And in the final slide is the investment ask, what you're asking for, the amount and the terms you want, and most importantly, how you plan to use that money. Overall, when you're pitching, it's important to know your content cold, keep the tone positive but professional, and advocate differences. Post-meeting, make sure you follow up with an email and you're organized about tracking your investor interactions. Visit us at startupcfosolutions.com to see how we can help you create compelling investor decks.